Hello! So as you are watching this, we have hit 100 subscribers on the Nerdy Brit channel. Yes! We are filming this at 90 subs right now, so make it happen, kiddos. But today I just wanted to talk about, because we've been on a journey here. I believe the first time, because obviously, if you didn't know, I rebooted this channel. Now, my welcome to the Nerdy Brit YouTube channel video was 11 months ago, but was probably genuinely recorded a year ago, because I recorded that about 2 weeks before uploading it. So that's kind of what I'm considering as like the rebirth. Like, let's face, like, you look at like some of these videos did all right, especially in the later.
Yeah,
some of them did okay.
Some of them are genuinely really good, to be fair.
You've got classics such as or where is it? The Grinch trailer.
Yeah,
Terrible trailer, which
so good.
I'll link it in the card.
It's so
Please
good.
don't watch it.
No, please watch it.
Please don't watch it.
There's just him being a prick. That is my favourite moment from any of your videos. Oh, it's so good.
So I just thought today we'd have a talk about some of like the highs and lows. Let's talk about the early years, aka the first portion of the newer part of my channel. Because you were just watching from the start, really. You were
Well, because I started my YouTube channel, and you were like, "Oh, I want to maybe I should reboot mine," and so I was like, "Go for it." And yeah, what I really liked is you did, like, a lot of people when they start a YouTube channel will put on a different persona, which is definitely something I did at the start, because I was quite. We spoke about this before, but I was quite nervous about it. I was like, "Oh, it's quite weird," and you just went straight in and were just being yourself. And in the first video, like, hello, hiya, hey, I was like, that is James.
Yeah.
And so it was very nice to see, from the offset of the reboot, you were ready to go, and you were like, I know, it seemed, at least from someone was watching, like, even if I didn't know you watching it, I was like, I feel like you know where you want this to go. Is that something did you know what you were wanting to do with it? Or was it like, I reboot it because it was fun, or?
I think talking about the persona, I think the idea was, I want this to be me. I don't want to have to pretend to be someone else. However, like, I understand the reality, and I know this can't be me. This has to be the exaggerated, a bit more.
Yeah.
But like, no, I'm like you're like, you could watch the Toy Story 5 pitch.
That was so good.
And quite frankly, I might not care as much as I pretend to in the video.
Yeah, but that's every content creator. No one cares to the degree that they show in their videos, if that makes sense. Like, when I'm hating on Brave or The Good Die, spoilers, I don't really care that greatly. In the grand scheme of things, is it a big deal? No. But for the video and the topic you're talking about, is it a big deal? Yes. And I think that's something that took me a while. But again, you seem to know sort of how you had to act like yourself, but drunk almost, as ready to. What I'm curious about is, are there any videos you've done since rebooting that you look at and go, like, I wish I hadn't uploaded that, or do you think I'm glad they were all up there?
A lot of these early ones I like. So we have the screen here. We're looking at it. I did a video about Christopher Eccleston being back. I criticised Fraser for a video he made about Harry Potter audiobooks, where that video is about a minute and a half, and it's just
pointless.
Hello, Harry Potter audiobooks exist. Please like and subscribe.
Yeah.
And that video is kind of similar. I talk a little bit about maybe this means he'll come back for the 60th,
which would be good.
Which would be class, but. That's a video that's maybe great. That not great. We also get into some of the collabs here.
Oh, it's the same shirt.
We were talking about this. This is the first video we're recording, even though it might not be the first to go up. Fraser has worn the same T-shirt.
No. Oh my god, that was not intentional.
It's
That's
fine.
mental.
It's a beautiful shirt.
It's a good shirt. Oh, I'm so annoyed.
I mean. like if you're a long time viewer of the channel, you know about the Christmas series that was shit, and didn't go very. I decide I occasionally now swear on the Nerdy Brit channel. I don't really care. The Christmas series, we know that's a bit of a regret because I just didn't give it the full prep time it needed. There was a period where I uploaded about 2 videos in about like 2-3 months. About 5, 6, 7 months ago. There was a bad period there, which is where I started using for quite a while. I swapped between 2 backdrops for this year mainly. I've done a couple of bits like in here. I filmed a few videos for Fraser. More recently, I've been experimenting with using multiple locations in one video. But it's kind of been my conservatory, which you
is that the red chair,
which we see with the big red sofa, the nice lamp. That one's nice and clear. It's a little bit boring, but it's probably a set that I'd ideally use for more professional videos and less nerdy videos. For example, that coincided quite nicely when I tried to collab with Will N.E., which he just still hasn't made his final trade video.
Will he ever?
When I beefed with Fraser, the Innocent Drinks video, like those videos fit in really well. However, when I made 2 videos in that set about Revolution of the Daleks. How did I squeeze 2 videos about Revolution of the Daleks?
No, you did pretty well there.
Smashed it. You know, talking about whether they should make a Hamilton film, like those videos don't really suit there. I've scrolled up because I've spotted 2 videos actually. I'm not quite sure I managed to do 2 videos out of it, but there's 2 videos here that I'm super proud of.
I can now see the best video I think you've done.
And that is ranking Frozen songs while lost in the woods.
That was such a great video. And it's something that you'd spoken about for like a while. You're like, oh, I want to rank Frozen songs whilst lost in the woods. You do that. That's a great idea. And then as soon as I saw it come up, I was like, yes. I was like, I'm so excited. And
even the bloopers video I managed to get out of that. So I managed to bring my girlfriend along to help me film that. That was just a really fun day. I got some great bloopers out of that.
It was good.
It's a fun video. That's the most fun I've had editing. That's something I want to do more. Is create content that if I enjoyed filming it so much that I can then enjoy editing it a lot. When I'm at that stage of enjoyment, it doesn't matter that for the quality of that video it didn't get as many views as I want.
No. Because and it's also about, did it get the views that maybe it should have got? No, but it's furthered you in your editing. You've done things that video like, right, I could use that here, and that's something at least when I film a video, I'm like, oh, I can do that here in editing, and it'd add this to it. So I think every video, even if it doesn't get the views, it's like you're constantly learning, and I think that's obviously a great thing.
I mean, overall, I'd say, yeah, this period, I think. That video was, according to YouTube, 3 months ago. Probably more like 4 or 5 now. Bearing in mind when you release this video, just watch the timings if you're actually scrolling through the channel, checking anything. But period like from before that, for about 4 months, that was kind of like an iffy period with YouTube where I wasn't really uploading as much. It was more about searching for video ideas. I still do get a lot of validation from views. And that stage, maybe videos weren't getting like views as consistently, but you know, then some videos do better than others. And more recently, I've been getting on track a little bit more. I've had like a little bit more success. I mean, I did an In the Heights reaction that's I believe. But by the time you're watching this, it will be the second most popular video on my channel. If I'm completely honest, I wanted to talk about this.
Go on.
I considered whether or not to upload that video because some of the quality wasn't working. That you watch that video and like just some of the audio is just casually missing. It's not a great video, but I knew it was topical.
Yeah.
I knew not many people would maybe think of doing it. I knew it could get me views and a few subscribers, and it did. And maybe that was sheep of me. But the game's the game.
Yeah, and that's something that's massive with YouTube is you've got to look at what's topical. B, do you know enough about it to make a video? If you do it, and I had that with my Joe Hansen trailer reaction. I did it. I was like, that's terrible. Either I bin it off or I refilm. No, there was a first version, and I was like, that was shocking. That was So behind the scenes, that wasn't my first reaction. And I was like, that's terrible. I hate that. Do I bin it off? Do I film it again? Decided to film it again, and it's doing well because it's topical. So I think that's something that really needs to be sort of played in YouTube, is working out what's topical and hopping on it, I guess.
I mean, one of the things I definitely want and need to grow at is just like the technical stuff. Like I feel like I can write scripts. I can have decent energy on camera. I could create like the block of it that's very good. What I need to work on is the editing, is the time, it's the patience over that.
Yes.
Probably some technical stuff. I'm in a much better, probably more technical setup today. So the quality probably a bit better. Yeah, but like, you know, sometimes there are some issues with that, and I acknowledge that, and I thank you 100 for sticking about, because that's lovely. Are there any thoughts overall on certain bits of these first?
The thumbnails are looking very good, James, in the past sort of 2 months, aren't they? There's something about the thumbnails in the past 2 months that are looking very very flashy there.
So I have to admit, some thumbnails I've decided, you know what, it's probably easier if I don't bother Fraser with this. I can just, like, for example, pranking Fraser Oliver is kind of, he doesn't need to do the thumbnail. I can just do a thumbnail of me looking a bit mischievous. But like, so for the last 2 months, Fraser's been doing my thumbnails.
I have.
And it's been a lovely experience. He's been really good at making them. They've all been class. And it's definitely like you can compare some bits to others, and overall there's just a much more consistent professional look to.
It's just something I really enjoy, is doing thumbnails and sort of come up with the idea and thinking, will this work? Will it not? And trying to sort of figure out, and even just learning through Photoshop, which is it was really daunting. I was like, ugh. And I was like, I'll buy it, I'll do it for my channel, and I'll see if it works. And it's the same thing that I've got a new editing software and trying to learn that, and it's it's fun to learn. And I'm glad you sort of you wanted my help, James. I'm glad.
I mean, sometimes it really works, sometimes it really doesn't. Like the Shrek the Musical, why you should watch that on Netflix. I don't reckon it would have got that many views without that top quality thumbnail. But then some other times, like YouTube is a lot about the title, about the title and just like the video concept as well. So, and it's just about experimenting. Very recently, I uploaded a video where I reacted to some Loki fan fiction. I actually thought that video wasn't my best, wasn't my worst. And I genuinely thought that video was going to do very mediocre, or that was going to bang, because it's about working out how to like look at the fandoms, who's gonna, and you think about the Loki fandom and you think about fan fiction, and you're like, So, and now for example, I know I've done that video. I'm never going to do a video reading fan fiction again. And you've got to work out what works. But then sometimes it's tricky. I ranked WandaVision episodes.
Yeah.
That's a video I'm like proud of, because I liked the content and the style of it, and it did got lots of views for validation.
Yes.
I ranked Falcon the Winter Soldier episodes, just as good a video. Doesn't do particularly well.
As I say, like same concept, just different series, and it didn't.
Due to family reasons, aka being on a holiday on the final damn episode. Luckily, I was coming back the day of that, so I did release a little bit later. So maybe I was able to hop on something before other people did on that WandaVision one. But I still think that one, if I released it at the exact same time, that one would have done better for some reason.
Yeah.
I'll still do it with Loki.
Yeah.
And you're all gonna watch it, please. So Are there any other moments that stand out to you as parts of the history of the Nerdy Brit channel?
I mean, I think our first collab was definitely sort of because I'd say we still like, even though UV Brit, I'd say we're still quite new to sort of the YouTube scene in a way.
Oh God, yeah.
And the fact that we did collabs, I think, helped. Obviously, it helped both of our channels grow, and it just means that you get more variety in your channel, and that's never going to be a bad thing.
Yeah.
Hence, we're doing it now.
It's just a fun, different style of it. It also gives you a chance to maybe not produce the best videos, but just produce some things you enjoy. Like, I got to make a 37-minute video where we just talk about Toy Story and make random dinosaur impressions.
Oh, that Partysaurus Rex segment is one of the best things I've ever filmed.
Oh, I will insert a clip.
That was so good. I really enjoyed that.
And then I would never probably rank modern Muppet songs, but you know, we did, and it was fun.
Why we did. It was.
But you know, collabs as we're doing today gives us a chance just to do something a little bit better, and also combine it because I reckon a lot of the 100 are probably involved in yours. I reckon quite a few. I'd like to hope so. I'd like to hope if you are one of the 100, go subscribe to him. Duh.
You just offended your audience.
Duh.
You called them all stupid.
You are stupid if you're not subscribed to Fraser Oliver. That's how seriously I feel about that.
Well, thank you, James. I'm glad you feel so strongly about that.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's and even like going forward when we did like the virtual collabs, which is something that took me quite a while to figure out how to do. So I was like, I enjoyed doing collabs, so I just need to figure out how to do it. And once we figured out how to do it, let's be real, you've been on my channel virtually at least once a week at this point. Like but again, it just provides more variety, doesn't it? And
that's been one of the lovely things about doing YouTube is just that I've been able to do like podcasts with you, for example, where I've had to do no work towards them.
No.
I've literally just been able just to sit down, do the walk, do the podcasts, and and they're fun to do. And I just
the walk was really good. I really enjoyed the walk.
Was a very good video, and the walk inspired.
So you mentioned that, didn't you, in your
one of probably the video I'm proudest of. I don't think that view count is accurate. I do think that's got a few more than that. But so I obviously don't know when I'm going to hit 100 subscribers. So I might have released another episode of that series by then. I might have released another 2. I might not have released any more. So I released a video called My 90-Day Body Transformation Challenge. Slightly clickbaity, I know, because that's me announcing the challenge, not actually having completed the challenge. But
the game's the game, James.
The game's the game. So you know, that's one of the things. I like. Yeah, I'm probably going to make more nerdy things than any other type of content, but I wanted to experiment. I wanted to try something new stylistically, and also that keeps me accountable in my general goals outside of YouTube. It brings my life and YouTube together, and it tackles issues that I've been wanting to look at and see what I can do to be positive about. And I'm very proud of that video.
It's a good video.
It's also one of those videos that shows some of maybe the more stylistic choices I've been making. For example, Fraser did a podcast with someone called The Boy John, or now John Rochford. Very good YouTuber. I've been watching all his stuff since he found that. He won't be watching this video.
He might be. He won't be.
He won't be. But stylistically, yeah, I probably nabbed some stuff from him because he's got a very distinct style.
He's so good with it.
And I really enjoyed that style, and I thought maybe, and that's one of the good things is I've enjoyed this year using YouTube, like using some of your like stylistic ideas, using some of John's, and like the old style of my channel. There was a YouTuber who was quite nerdy, was similar to my age, called BHL Hudson, who's that and that was almost what they did. Was that like, yeah, I kind of pinched their style just with me, and that's what I've enjoyed. Is someone else's maybe a bit more style, but with me is now my style because it's my personality.
Yeah.
And also, especially with this new stuff, it's quite hard to say me sitting in front of a camera talking is a specific someone's style.
It's that difficult thing with YouTube where you do something that another YouTuber has done, they're like, you're copying them. I'm like, well, no, because it's not, they don't, like, for example, tier lists. No one owns doing tier lists. And, like, you copied this, but not everyone, like, no, I didn't. It's just...
It's like when everyone used to call, like, Will and Ian, like, memulous, like, leafy clones.
Yeah.
Like,
it's like, well...
commentary is a genre.
Yeah.
And they do that genre differently enough that they're not cloned. Commentary isn't a leafy, commentary is a genre.
Yeah. I think that's the difficult thing with YouTube. It's figuring out that no one owns any trend on YouTube. And if you hop on, like when you did the Loki at the moment, it's coming out next month, isn't it? You hopped on that, you did a video on it. That's not, oh, you're stealing Tom Hiddleston. No, what? Like, what? No, I'm just doing a video on it because it's topical. Like, it's something that really gets me when people are like, oh, you're copying. I'm not copying this person. I'm just making a video with a certain style. Yeah, it's a strange place, YouTube. It's a minefield.
So, just a little bit about what's coming up. So bearing in mind, I don't know how far in the future this is, but just generally. So what I'm looking to do with the channel. So I've got, however far way through, I'd like to say we aren't at September by 100. Come on, guys.
Sooner than that, come on.
So hopefully you'll still have more episodes of the 90-day body transformation. I'm also looking just to do, like, I've got ideas just for, like, general, like, fitness and, like, challenges in general. So I'd like to say that those sorts of videos can become a staple, and just those videos are more fun to record, if I'm completely honest. So that keeps the passion involved in YouTube for me. Probably be some Loki content coming your way. Also, I've probably already released a video talking about some of this. I've got some theatre trips coming, so I'm hoping maybe to do some vlog-based content around those. I'm going to London a couple of times in general, so I'll probably just do a couple of London vlogs, probably. And overall, and then I'm going to uni. So there'll probably be some uni-based content. The uni group chat, someone might be watching. If you're from the uni group chat and you're watching, comment down below.
Hello.
But you know, that's, so there might be content around that. Maybe even with those guys. I don't know.
It depends how it goes, isn't it? We
Depends
can't really...
how interested, how involved they are. I mean, it's real life. Like, some of my college people probably knew, but we didn't really, bring it up. And I'm happy with that. It's about where people are happy to draw the line with YouTube or not. All I'm going to say is, there have been some ups and downs, but I've really enjoyed these first 100 subscribers. Life might get in the way. We might have periods of less uploads, but we're going to keep going. I'm hoping university will, in fact, make it more consistent, if I'm honest.
Be ideal.
And hopefully soon we'll have a podcast. So
hopefully. Fingers crossed.
Have you got anything to say?
No, I think we've covered most things there that we around your channel.
Covered the wee channel?
We covered the wee channel, as they say. I don't know who says that. Someone must say it.
So, thanks, gang, for 100 subscribers. Bye.
To 100 more. Am I right?
For another year of trying to get 100 more subscribers. Woo!